Yeah, let's go. We have
The mouth is sharp.
18.
We want to talk about it. We talk about
Okay, so Mike's up. Studio is live. Good morning, Lagos, and thanks a lot for staying tuned here on Smooth 98.1. It's time for Sports in the Locker Room 981, and I'm Ayomairese.
And I am Valentine. Oh, good morning.
Joining us this morning, you know she needs no introduction. You listen to her and you fall in love with sport. Her analysis spot on, engaging from start to finish. Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome Tega Supreme.
Woo! Only me shouting by myself. Only me hailing myself. I'm too much for me.
No, but can't you hear the background sound that Valentine?
No, this one is just making noise today. I think we are going to look for someone to deal with Valentine.
We do.
We just don't know what we are going to tell a person to do to him.
Absolutely.
But good morning, Lagos. It is amazing to be here.
Yeah, and with a wide smile, I must say.
Yeah. Because there are some people I want to talk about. They're making me smile.
I cannot wait. So let's go straight to it. But let's tell you how you can be a part of the conversation. For our family members who are already tuned in on YouTube, Twitter, WhatsApp, please show us some love.
Yes.
So WhatsApp is 0809 444 0981.
And of course, on Twitter at Smooth91FM, send your messages with the hashtag LockerRoom981. I was streaming live on YouTube as per usual.
But Dami says, Tega, I'm shouting with you from my room. So he's hailing
See, my people.
Okay, let's go to the Nigerian Golden Eaglet. So Nigeria has secured an early qualification, as you predicted, into the round of 16 at the ongoing FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Brazil, following the Golden Eaglet dramatic 3-2 win over Ecuador on Tuesday night, so just last night. Coach Manu Garba's boys, who came from behind to beat Hungary in their opening game of the tournament at the weekend, had earlier blown their early lead in Tuesday's outing against Ecuador. However, two quick-fire goals from Ibrahim Said in the latter stages of the second half saw Nigeria winning the 5-goal thriller.
Yes, I'm going to say this team sure likes hard work. They don't like to just get into the game, follow a game plan, win and go home. Even from the coach, okay, so I remember on Monday I was trying to remember some guy's name. Yes, it's Amu. Every time I see him, he reminds me, I want to call him Brother Amu. That's what I see when he comes on the pitch, Brother Amu. And Brother Amu, the games, so Manu Garba made his selection, his starting 11, and halfway through the first half, he makes a substitution and brings in Brother Amu. My question was now again, why didn't Brother Amu just start from the beginning? Because you already know that he's going to bring that spark. Apparently, I've heard that Ubani was a key member of the team, but he picked up some injuries, so he's not in the greatest of form. And that was showing during the first half. After this Golden Eaglet went up by a goal, and then they gave away a goal, it was showing that Ubani was just not picking up the pace and he didn't fit. So he was substituted. You knew the guy was struggling. Why did you put him in the starting 11? Again, that's my problem with Manu Garba. His team selection. Sometimes you don't know if it's his team. If he just walks in and says, "Okay, give me the list of people are starting," and he just throws them on, I don't know what he does. But that's something he personally needs to work on. Another thing the team needs to work on is stop conceding goals, because you're guaranteed that they will score. But you can also bet that they will concede. And that's where the problem is. It took them such a struggle. They were playing beautiful football, but in the final third, it was such a struggle to convert the few opportunities or open opportunities they created into goals. Eventually, Ibrahim Sahid, with 2 fantastic goals in 4 minutes, was able to get Nigeria the 3 points here. But they don't need to go through the chore of going behind and coming back and trying to stage a comeback, or go to that job waiting till the 84th minute where to start coming back home. There's just a lot that team needs to. Number one, don't concede, so better defensive lineup. Manu Garba needs to work on that. And number two, when you create chances, take them, because the tournament will only get tougher. I have seen France play, I've seen Brazil play, and those teams are not looking like they're smiling on anybody.
Well, how about, what do you think about their next opponent, Australia?
Well, the thing is, the boys have already qualified, so I think it's a chance for players that haven't had the opportunity to feature at all, to come in. So it will not be the best Nigeria putting their best foot forward. Yeah, so they could win that, or they may not win that, but they've already qualified for the next round. So why should the horse jump higher than it needs to? Yeah.
Let's quickly send a memo to Garba so it doesn't miss his best hand.
You should start with Brother Mu.
I still don't understand why you call him Brother Mudo.
I don't know. It's the way he walks in.
Bros.
He just looks like bros. He just.
Naomi Osaka, the world number 3, has withdrawn from the WTA Finals in Shenzhen because of a shoulder injury. Japan's Osaka, who's 22 years old, beat Petra Kvitova in 3 sets in her opening match on Sunday and was due to play world number 1 Ashley Barty on Tuesday. The Australian Open champion will be replaced in the red group by alternate Kiki Bertens at the world number 10. Osaka says she's disappointed to have to withdraw.
Oh yes, she would have wanted to win this. This is the highest ranked 8 players at the end of the season. So these are the players that over the season they brought in their best performance. And for you to come here, you'd want to win. Do your best and win. And she started out with Petra Kvitova. Kvitova wasn't an easy one for her. It was tough. For her to come back and win that particular match, she was very excited that, okay, I was able to beat one person. Let me see how strong I am against Ashley Barty. It's in preparation for next year, not necessarily anything for this year. But that shoulder has started troubling her, and unfortunately, she had to pull out. Because think about it. You don't want to cause further damage just because you want to prove a point. And if at the end of the day Ashley Barty still beats you, because Ashley Barty is 100% and she's in good form, then what's the point? It's a waste of it's a waste of injury. I can't believe you said that. So yeah, it was great to see her pull out. But this tournament, this final 8, is amazing. Nobody's giving up. There's always a fight back. You think somebody's having a smooth ride in the first set. The second set is not the same story. The women are really getting at it. I can't even tell you who I think will win it at the end of the day. So it's quite a struggle.
Is Serena in this particular?
No, she was ranked behind.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she doesn't play every. She even picks her. So she even picks the tournament she plays for. She's above 30. She has 33. She has that option, even with the WTA standards. Right. Another person that has the option that pulled it was Roger Federer. He won last week, and this week he said, "I'm 38. I beg. I cannot be going from tournament to tournament. I need to sleep."
To put it mildly, she's not even bothered.
Yeah. so he pulled out of this 1,000 Masters, and it's 1,000 great points where he's like, I'm 38. I can't stress myself. So he's staying back at home. But so far in the Masters, the defending champion Karen Khachanov is out. The inform Masters ATP guy, 1,000 Masters ATP guy, Daniel Medvedev was also knocked out yesterday. So that's already big names falling by the wayside, and tournament just started. So let's see how it turns out for all of them. But there's still Djokovic and Nadal to look forward to. Yes.
Okay, so something to look forward to. All right, let's go to Barcelona and the La Liga. So Lionel Messi inspires Barcelona past Real Valladolid to top of La Liga table. So Messi scored twice and set up 2 more in Barcelona's table-topping 5-1 win over Real Valladolid at the Camp Nou last night. So Barcelona went up early with a nice volley from Clement Lenglet, but Kiko bundled home on the quarter hour after Marc-Andre ter Stegen displayed a free kick into the box to draw the visiting side level.
Okay, so here is my dilemma. So Valverde is still in a job. But he's still going to be there for a while, because now that Messi is back on the team, there's that chemistry that just pulls everybody in. So the team looks good, like they're playing a lot better. But you can tell that it just takes taking out that individual to make everything fall apart. But he's going to be in a job, because Barcelona played really good football. Yes, they did concede. I saw your comment on Twitter. They did concede a goal. Right after Lenglet scored that fantastic instinctive rebound, even if it did come off somebody, or even if there was a slight deflection of somebody, but the instinct for a central defender to take that rebound as it came to him was fantastic. They got in front. It looked like it was going to be an easy day because they created some chances before then. Unfortunately, Barcelona did what Barcelona always does. They give away one goal. But from then on out, it was just Barcelona all through and Mercurial Messi. I cannot. That boy is magic. I know people watched the game yesterday and said, "Oh, his free kick was the beautiful goal." It wasn't. The control for his second goal, he controlled that ball on his knees while he was turning 180 degrees, and then he still had the control and the power to finish off the shot. The thing, it's not like I don't know people that score many goals. When I say I watch Harry Kane and I'm not wowed, he scores a lot of goals. He will give you 30 goals a season at least. Bad season, good season, he will give you 30 goals. But it is the way Messi does it. He's romancing the ball, like he's waltzing with the ball. It's not the same thing. It's ethereal. I don't know I don't want to waste all my dictionary words on this guy, but that guy is beautiful.
Your words are. I'm waltzing with your words. I'm loving it.
I'm telling you, it's beautiful to watch the way he touches the ball, and you could tell that Ansu Fati played with him yesterday. And Ansu Fati is a 16-year-old boy who had to ask his parents for permission to play late. If you remember, So Ansu Fati played yesterday, and you could tell that he was trying to get the guy comfortable, because sometimes he'd have Luis Suarez open to his right, and then Fati on his left, and then he'll give Ansu Fati the ball. Ansu Fati turns 17 in 2 days, so maybe he was trying to give him an early birthday present. Maybe he was trying to settle him up, but he didn't. I mean, even the closest chance he had to score, the keeper just managed to extend his leg just a little bit longer to save it. But you could tell he was trying to pull the guy into the game, and I want to see that from older players, not saying you have to climb up and meet me, but trying to pull the younger ones up. So it was a good game to watch, which is why I'm sad, because now Valverde, no criticisms, and he has to go. But but that win now takes Barcelona to the top of the La Liga for now. If Granada wins their game today, because they've played one game more, they could go back to the top. Otherwise, it's Barcelona at the top all the way.
All right.
Sad one for me.
So Zizi Classic says, I feel sorry for Valladolid. These were the goals Barcelona prepared for the Clásico, but it was postponed.
Chimobi Victor says, congratulations to Barcelona for getting the maximum point against their opponent last night. For me, Ernesto Valverde is not a coach. He should be sacked. He does not have any tactics at all. It is Lionel Messi that's helping him to feel as if he's a good coach.
All right, then Ridwan says, great display from the greatest of all time last night as we return to the summit of the table. The only bad thing is that Valverde will be brimming with confidence and will retain his job, says Ridwan. And then
Oliveira from Festac says, hello, house. Simply put, Messi is the Roger Federer of football.
And then Bobby says, what then happens to Barcelona when Messi retires? That's a big question. A lot of people are asking that.
No, I would say this. Barcelona can survive. I mean, they're infusing young players. You see, Frankie de Jong is only 22. Like I said, Ansu Fati is 16. There's still Antoine Griezmann. So they're infusing young players. They're bringing Arthur is also, I think he's 22 or 23. So they're young players coming in through the ranks. They're increasing young. It's not the team. I think that's why I say Valverde needs to go. The team should be able to play without Messi, because sometimes Messi would need rest.
Exactly.
And he can't. So there's some games that Messi doesn't even need to hustle. But because Valverde doesn't have any tactics apart from throw Messi on the pitch.
I was going to say his tactics is Messi.
Okay.
All right, let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll continue with our sporting stories. This is the Locker Room 981.
When I heard music makes you lose control, I wanted to ask whose phone is ringing again.
I like when we go off with such energy. Music makes you lose control. Hello, YouTube fam. Are you guys speaking? No. Hi, Femi. Orex. Femi says, go Tega. From when you were doing your introduction. Let's see Twitter. Who's on Twitter with us? Twitch. Stop YouTube family, and Boston said, Tega, this is daytime radio. All these, he touches the ball, romance, cuddle words, calm down. You should be the one to calm down.
Exactly, he's in traffic, focus.
But I'm telling you, that's how he does it. So you're just watching it. It's just football now, cricket.
That means that it shows that he's in a love relationship with football.
Yeah, he's in a serious love relationship with football. Very effortless, very. He's not a cook, he's a chef. You know, he's different, yeah.
He's a chef, more like it. You're not a cook. That's a nice one. I hope what we're getting today is not cook, but chef. Chef, I wanna eat. I've been talking about food. I'm hungry. Hello everyone. So we are here in the Smooth FM studio and we are broadcasting live from number 4 Ami Chi Close. Tell us how you feel about sports.
You work at NTA before.
Doesn't she remind you of all those NTA people?
That's what I was trying to do.
Because that's what they were doing.
King Kugbe says, good job, team. Good job, Otumba.
Good job.
Well done, dude.
You're enjoying ourselves, I
think. Well done. Thank you so much. I should be
and meet us on the 30th of November 2019 at number 1 Network Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. Register now at www.armpension.com. The run for the future, refreshed by Nestle Life and supported by Nestle. ARM Pensions.
Lots of occasions not to pass on that opportunity to write it. Less likely forget.
He's my instructor. Trust issues can make you suspect anything, but when it comes to calls, Airtel Smart Talk puts your mind at ease. Free your mind. Enjoy a flat rate of 11 kobo per second.
Just write it down. What's wrong with you? What are you doing? What they call that game? What they call that game?
Okay.
What are people planning to eat now? You're taking that out. Hey, wait, we first go to Alliance France before he takes it out here.
Have they paid you?
No, I wanted to ask you one send me a message yesterday. I have to go somewhere, maybe after work.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. What I could actually do is actually go there. I had to run out immediately after work. I'm so sorry. I forgot. I was going to tell you yesterday, send you a message yesterday. Truk says Tega should consult for ESPN. Her analysis is impeccable.
Yeah.
We agree with you, Chris. Truks. Okay, we're back. We're back, guys. We're back. Mike's up. Studio is live. Oopa! It's time for some more sports here in the locker room 981, and I'm Aya.
I am Valentine. Hi.
And Tega is here. Okay, we also have the real locker.
Yes, we do.
All right, no, we don't.
Let's take some messages.
Oh yeah, let's take some messages. Oh, thank you for speaking me out. I saw Chuk says Tega should consult for ESPN. Her analysis is impeccable. Chuk, we agree with you.
ESPN, reach out to us. You got pay.
Yeah, we're managing her. Boston says, Tega, this is daytime radio. All these, he touches the ball, romance, cuddle words. Calm down.
Please be merciful.
Nice one,
Thank you. I do this every day. What? What?
No.
He didn't chop the knuckle well now.
That was a distracted knuckle, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Arsenal will offer counseling to captain Granit Shaka after his angry confrontation with home fans during Sunday's 2-2 draw with Crystal Palace. Emery said he's upset, devastated, and very sad. It's not only yesterday and today. He's feeling the supporters do not like him. The Gunners manager said he did not want to speak about whether Shaka may lose the captaincy. According to Emery, here's his words, actually, how he described it. Said his behavior was perfect in training on Tuesday with the group and with the club. He knows he was wrong. He feels it inside very deeply.
Yeah, that's why he couldn't send even a tweet. So he's so deep. He feels it so deep inside. It's too deep to come out and tweet. But I guess there'd be there'll be professional people advising him
Yes.
on how to deal with this. However, whoever is advising him has left this apology a little too late. There's no game. There's a game today, but there were no games earlier. He doesn't even have to play the game today, but there was no game. There were no games earlier, so maybe on Monday morning, some his representative would have coined something that was, that tried to get the fans to understand where he was coming from,
Yeah.
and also apologetic, and then end it. But they're leaving it a little too late. I've even heard from the club that they're not sure that they want to take off the they want to take the captaincy from him,
yeah.
but at the same time they understand that the fans will not appreciate that he's still their captain because of what transpired between them. So that's why they haven't come to a decision, which is why Unai Emery himself cannot tell you whether he's still going to be captain or not, because the club has not come to a decision. Which brings me to the point that this Arsenal is supposed to be mid-table team. I mean, there's some things that you deal with swiftly. You have a PR team that you're paying millions of pounds to do their work. Let them work for once in their life and let them be swift about it. But the fact is, after he had it was such a painful thing, and like I said before, fans can be very hurtful when they go at you, and sometimes you have to really try to keep your cool, and sometimes it's just like, you know what, I need a break. But what I would still say is what he did, especially because he's the captain of the side, you cannot, your team is struggling and you cannot be kicking out, because now you've not only offended the fans, but you've left your teammates without a leader. So all your teammates now should be sulking, and they should be pertinent because the fans are angry with the team. That's not done. So I think he needed to apologize immediately, and he hasn't done that. And I still think that the least he can do is try to apologize. Today, Arsenal take on Manchester United, on Liverpool in the Carabao Cup at Anfield. So it may be harder because they're at Anfield. You can't go to Anfield to be apologizing to Arsenal fans. You have to do it at the Emirates where you offended them in the first place. So that's where the struggle for me with Granit Xhaka is. Having said that, they'll deal with it eventually. I'm not their PR manager. They didn't pay me. We look forward to this game against Liverpool. And now the good news about this side is that because these teams are competing, have other competitions and a lot of matches in a few days, it would be mixed fortunes. It won't be your, I think it won't be your full blown squad. They'll be mixing some key players with some bench players, so there'll be a little bit of rotation. So it may not be, the results may not be as bad as it would normally be. I still think Liverpool has the upper hand because of everything that's going on at Liverpool right now. Top of the table, getting the results, everybody's happy, everybody's perfect, as opposed to Arsenal where the players are crying, some are taking off their shirts and throwing it, and throwing armband. And they don't know whether to apologize or not to apologize. So because of that situation, again, and they are also playing at Anfield, Liverpool have the upper hand. So it's a question of by how many goals now, from where I sit. But again, this is football, anything can happen. They may use that annoyance or that pain that they are going through, and Arsenal may use that pain and push through and get a result against Liverpool. I can't guarantee it. I don't expect it, but so
It's possible.
it's possible.
We have messages to go through. Yowole says on Messi, I guess he's trying to repay what Ronaldinho did for him. The big guy really brought Messi in, giving him passes when he could score. So I guess he's trying to repay the favor for other young players.
That's very good.
Passing on the legacy.
Yes. Emma from Akoka says, yes, our people will talk to your people. Please keep in touch. Our clients will be waiting. I said Valverde's strategy is messy. I am in severe pains.
Stop it. Ayo says there's another Ayo says we do not like him. Who don't you
I think it's Valverde they're talking about. Or is it Valverde?
I guess. Ade says, Emery, please, red card to you. Who picked the wrong team and our captain in diapers? What should Shaka have done during his time? I beg you. Okay.
Chimobi again says, Tega, Arsenal will shock you because we will defeat Liverpool by 2-0. Rolling my eyes.
Says, Ayo, under 17 boys are resilient, but they need to to be more clinical in front of the goal. Tega, please, when is Chelsea going to dismantle Manchester United in the
It's
AFL?
today.
Okay.
It's today.
And Valentine, when Messi leaves Barca, they will fall back to 13th on the La Liga table. Watch out.
Watch
okay,
out.
I will.
Okay, so let's talk about Frank Lampard. He says he will not speak to Callum Hudson-Odoi over Burnley diving booking. Lampard sees no need to speak to Odoi after he was shown a yellow card for diving during Chelsea's 4-2 win at Burnley on Saturday. Speaking ahead of Chelsea's Carabao Cup fourth round game with Manchester United today, Lampard was adamant the 18-year-old did not dive.
Okay, so Lampard had an explanation that there was a slight contact and then the guy launched like a rocket and fell. So it was not a dive, but it was not a penalty. We hear you. It was a dive. If you like, don't speak to him. Let him go and dive against Manchester United. But it is a big game for Frank Lampard. Remember the first game of the season, Manchester United Chelsea. That game ended 4-0 in favor to Manchester United. And it looked like it was going to be a sad season for Chelsea. But Chelsea has got back to winning ways, and they're 7 points clear of the same Manchester United that beat them by 4 goals to nil. So the story is different right now. Frank Lampard is a little more comfortable with his team. He knows what he's trying to do. His philosophy is clear. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, but recently it has been working more than it has not been working. So fantastic. He's in great. His team is form. He's getting great results. He's in the right frame of mind, so he's okay. On the other side to Manchester United, yes, they did win over the weekend, but the team has ups and downs. The team has mood swings. So today could be a good day. Tomorrow could be a very bad day. Still struggling for its own identity. I'm still trying to know what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's philosophy is, or he's still trying to know what it is. So that team is struggling. So when two of them face each other, it will not be the same performance you saw on the first day of the season that you'll see now. The result may still go Manchester United's way, but it's not looking likely. They're playing at Stamford Bridge, and like I said, and everything is going right for Chelsea. So I think it's going to be a tough one. And the good news is Frank Lampard is already used to using the small boys. So he's going to use his bench, and he gets his goals from the bench. Batshuayi came on from the bench and scored a winner. So he can get a few things working for him. So if you ask me, it seems advantage Chelsea now. However, it still boils down to what you do on the pitch tonight. So if Manchester United plays the right strategy, contain and catch Chelsea on the counter, they may get some joy. If Chelsea continues in the form they've been, which is continuously searching and pressing, and they could get a few goals, it may be their day. With this one, I would say advantage Chelsea, but with an eye to Manchester United. But that Liverpool Arsenal, it's looking like the pendulum has swung all the way to Liverpool, all the way. So
Ridwan says Uncle Shaka would have been stripped of his captaincy had he been Arsenal is a big club. I will still repeat every day that Arsenal is a small team. The Calabar Cup, or what it's called,
Carabao.
will be linked tonight to the top fixtures coming up. And then Ade says, shock fire. I beg to the Arsenal fans saying we will win today, please share whatever he's drinking.
What time is it again? The Arsenal game is what time?
I think is it 7:45 or 8:45? I don't know the time calculations.
The time 1 hour behind now. They're 1 hour behind. So Femi from Festac says, if Shaka has to apologize, then the fans should also apologize for attacking his pregnant wife and issuing death threats. Oh my goodness.
It's 8:30 actually. That's what it shows.
8:30.
Yes.
And, so 8:45.
Educate from Birmingham Bridge, please drive safe. He said the only thing I can think of after the Liverpool versus Arsenal match is the post-match interview that starts with a greeting of "Good evening" from Unai Emery.
You people should leave Unai alone, please.
Tony his final one.
And Tega, he said died like he didn't see that hand that pushed him from the back.
Weepu.
And then he says, RIP Manchester United, payback time. Arsenal will surprise Liverpool and haters today. And we are finishing on that note so that will be the thoughts on your minds as you watch that match this evening. Thank you, Tega.
You're welcome.
I look forward to following you on Twitter this evening and listening to you talk about
Arsenal. And I look forward to tagging all of you, Arsenal fans.
So Tega is at Tega Supreme. If you'd like to call, let's get the conversation going on. Please also use the hashtag LockerRoom91. So when we come back on Friday, we can easily track those tweets. Also find out the work she's doing with ladies in sports at LIS International. They have a fantastic conference coming in in November for the corporate, so please follow them there. Next up, it's Lagos Talks 981. I'll be looking at the government's plans, according to the Minister of Information, to restrict social media. Stay tuned.
You see what I was saying, that we may not get to her story.
Oh, what?
So should have just come here and start
yeah,
sitting down and looking.
True. Thank you so much, ladies.
Bless her.
Merci beaucoup. Okay, oh, we do not like him. It's Shaka I said was talking about.
Okay. I am done.
Okie dokie.
Let me go downstairs now.
Collapse. Someone said, what will happen to Messi after Barcelona? I said, same thing that happened to Man U after Ferguson. Collapse. On the smooth breakfast.
Smooth.
We are smooth. Lady T.
You.
Oh, wow. Thank God. Lakumi, stop doing this. Thank God I was behaving myself. I did not talk.